Where were we? Let's see. Are we live yet? Oh, we're live now. Hang on. I'm going to play this while I move some stuff around. Choose a file. Open. Hang on 1 sec.
All right, we haven't shot the 25 Creedmoor, so I don't know what its gun number is or anything. I do know the wind's picked up to 12, 13 miles an hour. We spent time at 400 making sure that it was good. We spent time at 300 making sure that it was good so that deviation stayed consistent. The reason we nitpick earlier is so that it gets more accurate. And you can see why we gravity ballistics and craft wind. With craft wind and gravity ballistics, your data becomes more accurate with shots, not less accurate. Now you can pull out calipers and probably measure 1/4 of an inch from the center of the X, but that's pretty darn close at 500 yards. That's why we spend the time doing what we do, so that we could share things with you that work.
Beauty. I'm gonna just do it and go. I think.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
fucking awesome. I think that with my microphone, it must have been
Yeah, you
siphoning
sound
it
fine.
to an echo.
Welcome to the Everyday Sniper. You got Frank at Snipers Hood, and we're live. I think everything's live. My computer restarted with the weird thing too. My board was shut off. Like I never turned it off, and I came up and I looked and I'm like, everything's off. And then I went, oh shoot, and I had to restart everything and then hit all my buttons on the board, my mutes and things. So it was weird. I don't know. So they changed up the hide, and my controls aren't there where they were. So I'm guessing it's working.
We got Chris Davis said there was still an echo.
Oh, I don't I don't see
I
any
don't
comment.
hear it.
I don't see an echo. I don't hear an echo in my ears or nothing.
I think it was the video because it sounded like there was like a
Oh yeah, because the video was playing and we were talking. So there was us talking on the backside of that video played for a second. So that's all it was. It was just because it doesn't cut us off when the video's playing. So it was listening. But we're fine. Everything's good. It sounds good. But man, we had a super busy day.
It was long. I mean,
it was long.
Like we started shooting around 9 and left it to
30
something. 2:30.
Dude, how much dirt I had on my face was absolutely insane. I had no clue because we don't see ourselves out there. My beard was brown, and when I got in the shower, it was just a puddle, and there was actually like pooling of sand by the drain.
It's probably from all the dust of like going on the road and then turning around and driving back through it.
Yes, it was all that. Yes, it was not. It was completely crazy. But yeah, I got home and I walked into the bathroom.
Oh, they said that there's an echo like a motherfucker. Is it one of us?
Oh, hang on. That's a different interview. It's got to be you then, unless I don't know.
Let me log off and come back on.
Yeah, let Chris see if the echo.
Go.
Yeah, we were all messed up. I don't hear the echo, so why did that?
I don't either.
Dude, how did my thing just suddenly change?
You want to wait? Okay, guys,
is there an echo?
Is there an echo still? Did we get an echo? Because Chris's ears will echo sometimes.
I don't have ears right now.
But that might be why it's echoing. Usually, nope, still an echo.
Still an echo.
Right, you turn off and let him check me.
I'm gonna hang up.
Is it an echo? Is there an echo for me too, or just Chris? because they updated this stupid software as well right before I came on. Okay, it's worse for me. Holy shit. What the hell happened? All right, we'll come back on really quick. Why am I echoing? I should not be echoing. They changed something. Let me see what the hell they did. This updated. Mixcast. Yeah, I'm going to restart it. Wait, you guys aren't helping. Holy fuck. Am I echoing or Chris? You guys are useless. Holy shit. Like, you are completely useless. God, people are just useless. I'll just stay on. I'm getting ready to change all my stuff because I don't know. And you're telling me, yes, it's me. And God, holy cow. That's crazy. And I'm going to be like dead aired forever, man. It's like, God dang, people just don't. Yeah, it's his earbuds. He has to have the earbuds or his system is that. Yeah. And everybody's just repeating, I'm echoing, and nobody's saying it's not me echoing. All right, I'll be off in a minute. It's just Chris needs his ears in. So he'll get that. We were out, like you said, we were out all day today. And it was just yeah, I need to, dude. I had a fucking like you said, we shot from 9 a.m. until 2:30. I'm like nuked. And nobody helps, and it's like I want it to be streamlined and nobody's helping. Yeah, but everybody's telling me we're echoing and not Chris was echoing. It's a big difference because I was getting ready to shut my system down. Try it now. I don't hear it.
It's that weird monster. Hey,
It's you. It's Chris's system. Don't worry. All right, I'll just gonna be yeah, it's just Chris. And it's crazy. We shot 25 Creedmoor today. Like first time, opened the box, did video. I don't know why his stuff. Normally we have to do this 4 times with him, and I do it offline before he comes on, but I went live and I wasn't 100% sure he was working. But I can't hear his echo. So it's crazy that I don't hear his echo in my system. So I don't know what the heck to do with that with his system echoing, because I want to have the conversation with him. Like I said, we spent friggin' 6 hours plus at the range in all the weather. Is it better?
okay.
He's jumping on and off. He's wrecking my live. You have to say something. It's still not working. His computer sucks. His freaking all his, it's like he's like there is, but it's and it's not that though. It's his. It's
Okay. Am I echoing? I'm still echoing?
you got to say something like that. The it's they don't. Yeah, still echoing. I can't. I don't know what why he's echoing, what he changed, if he changed anything. So it's hard to say.
Okay, I can hear you fine now.
Can you hear it?
Am I echoing?
Echoing? Do you have like noise cancellation on your eCam?
I didn't change anything from before, so it's supposed to. I mean, it should be
You
good.
sound fine to me. I can't hear the echo, and now nobody's commenting. So you sound completely fine to me.
Yes, what?
Yes,
Is there
what?
an echo?
You got to
or is it
understand, guys, we can't have a one-word answer. It's text. It's confusing. Yes, Chris is still echoing. Okay. Is it then shut
Write
up?
it out so we can read it. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it on my phone. I'll put it on my phone.
Yeah, it's crazy. See, like, yeah, you got text and we're like, yes, what? Yes, it works. Yes, it's echoing. Yes, it's this. Yes, it's that. It's like, what are you doing? And you know the funny thing? This should have been perfectly streamlined. We do it every week, and like he said, nothing's changed. And so I don't even know why like I said, it's his. I think it's his internet, to be honest. But my system was changed, so that freaked me out because I came to an update with Ecamm. My board was off. We had a power. We had weather, and so it probably just fluctuated the power and turned the board off. But then I'm thinking it changed the setting, and you're all like, "It's echoing," and it never echoed because we had it sorted out. But
I'm muted.
yep. All right, hang on.
Oh, now I'm echoing.
Echo. You got to talk, Chris. They can't hear you if you just
Echo.
look at the screen.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
I
me
could
now?
hear. Yeah, I got you. I could hear you. I'm
Okay.
good.
Well, that's a good start.
Well, but nobody's answering us now. Now they
Uh
stopped
oh.
answering.
Oh yeah. I can't see chat on my phone.
Well, your system, you know what? You're just gonna have to go off. You're still echoing. Whatever you did, your computer's wrong.
Let me
I
get a
don't
different laptop.
I don't know why he would be echoing, and I can't go in on the fly. I'd have to shut it off. I'd have to shut him off and well, shut all of it off and start over. I suppose I could start over. It's still Chris. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's shot. He destroyed 15 minutes of bullshit. He destroyed the live with his computer not working. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Welcome to my world. You should see when we film. It's like even 10 times crazier because he wants to do like 10 takes and he never thinks about editing. So it's like, let's do that again. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. It's like, dude, I got to fucking edit this. Yeah, and you know what it is? It's his internet. His internet does not work over there. So it's his internet is not working. And I guarantee he has no service and his internet is shit. He needs to restart his thing. And that's why he's all sounding messed up because his internet's messed up. I've been over there. I can't get my phone to work on his system. I don't know how he's getting anything. But I got 25 Creedmoor data. We shot it out to 600. We factory ammo, bore sighted, zeroed it up. Now, let's see.
Okay, how about this?
That sounds even more worse. But let them ask. You have to ask them. How does that sound?
Do I sound like I'm echoing still?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there like a channel setting that for the caller when your soundboard reset?
Is he echoing? Yes or no?
Just say Chris is echoing or Chris is not because
Echoing. You're bad. Go away.
ah.
I'm
Okay,
either
fine.
gonna
Use
have
me
to.
on video.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
either have
fix
to
it.
restart this entire thing, Chris, or whatever, and come back on in 30 minutes. Let's come back on in 30 minutes. But I can't hear your echo.
But if it's on all my systems, like what am I gonna do?
Right.
You know?
I can't hear your echo, so I can't even fix you offline and then come online. They'd have to tell you. So I don't even know what to
I
do
remember
unless
we dealt with echo before somehow.
I'm using
And it
the
was like
echo
a soundboard.
cancellation is on. The echo cancellation is on. Let me turn it off really quick and see. Nah, he just shut it off. The echo cancellation is on. So I don't know what his problem is. Like I said, if I had to guess, he is something changed, or it's his internet connection. Yeah, I totally wanted to. Like, we completely prepared to talk about the 25 Creedmoor, like excited because we were doing it all day. Like I said, we had 6+ hours at the range. We were going to come home and talk to you guys about it, and none of the internet works. So we can't talk to you guys about it. And maybe we come on tomorrow or something. But this totally blew up like a hand grenade. So but he always wears earbuds, but he changes. You know what? We normally have to restart him 4 times because his connections are not right. I don't know what he does over there, but on any given day, we're trying it, we're trying it, we're trying it, but the bitch is I can't hear it to fix it. So I'm not hearing his echo. And so I can't even fix it because it's not echoing for me. It sounds perfectly fine. And I don't know what any of this is doing. I mean, everything here looks good. How can I bring him in? Yeah, what a technology, man. Welcome to the world. I don't know why his tech isn't working today. And then I had the wrong well, we're all Apple. It's the eCam system. What it is I don't know. I mean, maybe it updated, cuz mine updated. He uses the same system and maybe a checkbox got unchecked for him. I can ask him if his noise cancellation up in the sound levels is hit, but he's gone now, so I don't know where he's at. Let's see. But yeah, I just yeah. Oh man, hey, does anybody? I got a deal on three. I got a deal on three Wilcox. With AB in it. Anybody need a Wilcox for less than 5 grand? Um, no, I do not have an open speaker. We do this every week. Nothing changed. It's just on his side. It's probably his internet working. I had this room is designed for this. I do this every single week. The only thing that happened in here is the power went out because while I was gone, we had storms and my board was off. I did have an update on the software. I restarted it before I come on. I restart everything. I check it all. I reopen browsers fresh. Everything on my side is exactly the same. My noise echo cancellation is on. I have the check. I could see it. It's always Chris's side that before we even come on, we usually do this because he doesn't, it sounds like he's underwater or it sounds like something, but I cannot hear his echo. So I can't fix it if I can't hear it. So you guys are hearing an echo. I'm not hearing an echo. Usually with the echo, he doesn't have an internet connection. His internet is like cellular. And so he needs to be connected to a real internet. I'm wired. I'm hardwired to this computer so that I have a 1500 uh megabyte connection on this thing. And he's not. He's in an apartment with, the ghetto Wi-Fi they have. And so it's probably just a case of him having to restart everything. But I don't know. I can't say what changed with that. But barreled action. The other thing is I did do the other video. I won't talk to 25 Creedmoor and see if he comes on. But the other thing I did do today is I filmed gravity ballistics with meters. And so I'm getting a lot of questions about gravity ballistics. People want to know meters or yards. And because it doesn't say, if you look at the gravity ballistics app, it doesn't say anything. It's just numbers, right? There's no mils, yards, meters, MOA. So what it is it's data driven and not distance. So you're multiplying the data. And the best way to explain this to you guys is to consider shooting in the mountains, shooting angles, high or low, right? We have the improved rifleman's rule. The improved rifleman's rule says you're going to do the cosine of the data. We used to have the rifleman's rule that said the cosine of the distance. Now we have the improved rifleman's rule, which says the cosine of the data, right? If you think of gravity ballistics the same, that's what's going on. You're multiplying the data by the X factor and not the distance, not mils or MOA. That does not matter. And so I did a video today. Tomorrow I'm going to be editing video all day. it's just, like I said, this whole, today exploded with working too hard, too tired, and then he goes and his stuff doesn't work, and it's like, oh, we have a lot to talk about. Nothing works. But meters and yards, mills are MOA. Now, the one thing I will say with your meter guys, so anybody out there who does meters with gravity ballistics, 6 to 700 into 8, you're now in the next, kind of zone. So it's the yard line before in a lot of ways. So what happens is the X factor, the farther out you go with meters, you'll have to adjust a little bit because you're actually using the yard line in front of it and not the meter after it. But with the X factor, you can change the number. So if you go into here and I pull a pencil up, you can change that number and it's adjustable. And it's only a minor adjustment to get it right because this is an average based on, Mark's work for everything that it averages up. And so when you get into the backside of your curve with meters, because that distance is growing, it puts you in the previous yard line. So there's a little wiggle with meters, but it still works. It's still going to hit the plate. It might trend a little high on you, and so that's what you're going to recognize. The advantage is you don't need anything. So question comes across. And we were discussing this today. The question comes across where what's the advantage of using the system? One, I find because I have a lot of my numbers memorized, my gravity ballistics numbers in a lot of ways are memorized. So if I'm shooting a 6.5 creep, really doesn't matter what I'm shooting. I kind of know where I'm going. And I'm shooting the 6 arc a lot now. I'm shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor a lot, right? And now we're moving into 25 Creedmoor. But I just know I'm putting that number on for whatever it is. 500 is 2.5. It's probably going to be the same for both. Then I'm going to go to 6, 3.2 to 3.4, right? Then I'm going to go to 7, 4.2 and 4.5, and so on. So by memorizing these numbers, I don't have to pull up a calculator. I don't have to look at my wrist. I don't have to look at something external. I just know that's a 2.5. And we did it as well when we did the 25 Creedmoor. And that's why I kind of wanted Chris on, and it sucks his shit doesn't work. I kind of wanted, because what we did is we doped, like neither one of us shot 25 Creedmoor before. Right? Neither one of us did it. So I ordered the ammo in, the cases showed up. I opened the box on video. We then zeroed it at 100 and went around the sort of the horn to make sure our zero was good. Then we did gravity ballistics with the 25 Creedmoor, all on camera. It'll be up tomorrow or the next day. We did not chronograph it. We didn't do anything but zero it at 100, shot 300, and then put that number for the dope into gravity ballistics. There was no muzzle velocity. There was no sight height. There was no bullet length. There was nothing. But what did you use at 300.9? Put that in, multiply it by 1.75. It was 1.575. We rounded it to 1.6. 1.6 at 400 hit center waterline. We take that, we multiplied it by the 1.45. That then hit center at 5. Now the bitch with doing this the way we did it in the time and the video, and I put a camera at every yard line as the wind crept up. So the wind got worse and worse. The wind went from nothing to 15 miles an hour. We never read it really, other than, this feels like, and then our hits were saying it was close to that. But memorizing craft wind, I'm finding my hits are way more centered up. Why I put the video up in the beginning of this to show you that XY hit that Chris did with the 25 Creedmoor. That was at 500 yards. We doped to 8. So at 500, that 2.3 was dead perfect. So then we go from there and we go to those other numbers and so on. And we're fine tuning it plus and minus up. It's really close to the top of the water line. Let's drop it down. It's a little more further away from the water line than it was on the top. Okay, let's put it back. And we did all that to 800 yards. Well, then through the gravity ballistics, through Chris's win, we transitioned to a target offline that was 645. Then he went in knowing, okay, my 600-yard dope is 3.2. I'm at 45, so that's 4 tenths more. So I'm going 3.6. And then Chris shoots it waterline. He's centered up, he's waterline. We did that. The other thing we did, okay, this was a 16-pound 25 Creed. And then at the very end, when we were all done, we compared it to Chris's 18-pound 6 dasher, right? 25 Creedmoor versus the 6 dasher, because the data is very similar. And when Chris did the same call at that 645 plate, he hit on the mark from the 25 Creedmoor. Okay, the 25 Creedmoor is a 134 versus a 105. All these things, and they're comparable. And he was shooting it out of that lighter rifle and doing all that. But I find for me, one, gravity ballistics, I don't need a solver. Like, I'll dope it out so I know and make sure I'm waterline. But then once I'm done and I kind of look at the numbers, I don't need a solver. And I was just saying to Chris, like, all my hits are so much better. They're so much more centered up because I'm thinking about the craft win number. They're so much more centered up, with the gravity ballistics. And I, it's one of these things like when you watch people dope a rifle and the plates are pretty big. Not a lot of people out there put a waterliner and a verified aiming point on their plate. Now, they may go to a progressively smaller target, but if that target still has a plus or minus from dead center, 2 tenths plus, 2 tenths minus, there's some error in there. And that error, then you're translating beyond and multiplying out and multiplying out so it grows. So if you take a hit that's just like good enough, I'm on the plate, good enough. I'm going to go to this smaller plate. I hit the big IPSC. Now I'm going to go to a 10-inch circle because that distance, they shoot a 10-inch square or 10-inch something. Well, you still have fudge room. And so that's why what I'm seeing, like Chris marked his turret with the gravity ballistic dope. He did because they have the turrets now that you could change. And he pen marked all those, that stuff. And he used it today and he was center punching and hitting all these little targets. And it's kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't expect that to change. One, are conditions. I don't know when he marked that, to be honest. And two, I wouldn't expect your conditions to nudge that much. Not at the distances we've been shooting, him and I. And so I wouldn't expect them to nudge like that. And in my mind, that's because gravity ballistics, in using a water line, which I'm religious about, keeps me centered better. And there isn't this like we noticed it today, because like this is a brand new barrel, brand new everything in the 25 Creed. We've never touched it. It's gonna change a little bit. I mean, I gotta throw a case of ammo down it before I'm even gonna start thinking about it as being real. And so even at 100, when he first was shooting at 100, his groups weren't great. Then by the end, they got tighter. And then the wind's coming up, then the conditions are changing. And so on steel, you'll get a high one. And then luckily, like in one of the cases, it was only a tenth, but it impacted like a tenth high. And he goes, I'm not gonna take that number as fact. Let me shoot another. And it went the 10th low. And he goes, I'm not gonna take that one as fact. And one more, and it hit on top of the low one. So now when it came time for the group, it actually shifted a 10th low on him, which is, is that him? Is that the ammo? What? We don't know. It's brand new and it's going to move. But it did shift down. And he's like, I'm getting used to the recoil on the rifle. It's 16 pounds, and then he moved the bag around. He's like, I'm not liking, he actually changed the bipod. He changed the bipod out. He's like, I want a little more comfortable bipod. I'm taking this one off and I'm putting this one on. And so he adjusted himself. And that allowed his impacts to settle in. And from there, just putting them into the gravity ballistics. And we did the math. Our gravity ballistics math is all up 0.916233241 and then 51. So anyway, so and Jesus, it's like I go live every night. Every Wednesday I've been going live for weeks, and you want to FaceTime me, right? Give me a break. Anyway, I'm in a bad mood today. Sorry, I'm in a shit mood. It's just I haven't slept in 3 days. In I've been out. We went out to the range yesterday, and we showed up, and it was 25-mile-an-hour winds. I couldn't get anything done. It was a complete mess. So you drive out an hour, come back. It was like I'm out. Get up early this morning. We wanted to get up super early because, like I said, the winds came to 15 by the time we left. We went super early. We had great conditions, and we're working and working. We tried taking advantage. So I'm smoked. Been out in the sun and in the weather all day, and you could see it. I'm smoked in my face. But yeah, it was a busy day. But anyway, yeah. So doping out that 25 Creedmoor, no muzzle velocity, right? No clue what it's gonna do. I mean, yeah, we know what a 6.5 Creedmoor will do. We know what a 6 millimeter will do. So it's in the middle. It's not 1 mil at 300 is putting almost everything on there. And so that's the easy button to start. You know what I mean? And we do a lot with the gravity ballistics. We do 300 instead of 2 a lot. Two's just doubling the dope. And but yeah, it's like awesome to turn around and to, do that work and to do the gravity ballistics. Now the other thing I have to say, in our beta, I've been mentioning this. I said we're beta testing the craft wind with gravity ballistics. We're beta testing, and I get a whole bunch of people are in the comments going, I downloaded it and there's no wind. I'm beta testing the gravity ballistics. I downloaded it and there's no wind on here. Yeah, because I'm beta testing it and hasn't been pushed yet. It's not uploaded. And yeah, I mean it's it's flat and fast. A 308's is a school bus anymore. You know what I mean? A 308, it's got no wind. I mean, even if you're shooting a juggernaut, if you're doing a 185 at 2700, which is super easy to do, a 185 at 2700, I mean, you're right on the edge of a bad 6.5, but then it's recoil. It's all these things. A 25 Creedmoor has no recoil. It's a 134, which is a butter zone. I don't know that we didn't chronograph it. I don't know the speed, but it's matching a dasher, 105 dasher at 2850. So I'm taking a 134 and Chris matches a 105 dasher at 2850. So, I mean, you do the math. If I'm only 5'2", or 5'1", 5'2" to 800, I'm only going to be 7'4" to 1,000. And from there, your 308 is still 10ish, 9, right? So you're going to be in the air for 2 mils more. Think about time of flight, right? Your bullet's in the air going slow. You're swinging that heavy bat, and you're in the air going slow with your 308. Every second, millisecond, you're in the air, wind's hitting it and pushing it. Yeah, I mean, the game rounds, I mean, even if you're I don't know anything about the 25 Creedmoor yet, other than it's 5'2" to 800 and, what we saw and what we shot. By the end, Chris was shooting little bitty groups. He's center punching these plates. Everything's really, really good. And the numbers are fast. How quick are you going to burn out that barrel? I don't know yet. It's going to be the same, probably 2 grand, 2,500. But I like a 6.5 Creed, and it's universal. It may take a year for that 25 Creed because the ammo just came out. It may take about a year for that. But yeah, we put it up. I got the video. I did, like I said, there was 38 frames on just the one. The GoPro, I GoPro'd everything downrange, so you're gonna see all the hits. We basically just let the camera run. We spoke when we told you all we're doing. It's gonna be a longish video, but I'm seeing a lot of long videos, and people don't seem to have a problem with long videos lately. It's weird because it was like at one point your video couldn't be over 5 minutes, and now I'm seeing 25 and 45-minute videos with a week of solid views, and it's like, who's watching 45 minutes of this? That's crazy. And so, yeah, it just seems kind of strange that I'm trying to keep videos short for social media and for all this. And oh, you do? You like I see, I'm doing everything I can to keep my videos under 5 minutes. And I'm not letting Chris do 15 takes on shit because I don't want to have to edit through 15 versions of it. And you guys are like, "Yeah, I like long videos, man." And all the old videos, he's watching all my old stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm bummed this did not work. I have no idea what happened with him. We'll have to try it again in a mellower spot and see if we can damage control his stuff. Because I mean, we knew this was going to be conversation. I I was planning on being on for 2 hours tonight because we were doing so much today. But without Chris to talk about it, it's a complete waste of time, and it's shot. We were looking at a 2 hour live. And I'm attempting to not step on all of that because it was too good. And so yeah, I mean, ugh, technology, when it doesn't work, it explodes. And like I said, I'm in a shitty mood, so I don't want to um yeah, what is it? I don't Brad, I have no idea what you just said. Brad, if it interesting, let them roll however long. Okay, so you're saying if it's an interesting video, let it roll. But like if I if I look at the stats of like my 5 minute videos, most people are done by 3. They get it and they're like, I'm out. And it's like 5 minute videos get 3 minutes a watch. So I can't I find it like I needed to watch when Ray had a video and it was 25 minutes long. And I got like 5 minutes in and he still wasn't talking about the mechanics of the unit and the pieces and the parts. And I was like, I don't need to hear all this. And I was like, God, I want to know, when you did this, what did you do? and and It's like I couldn't it was like 25 minutes to find the part I wanted to know if he re-zeroed it on an angle. And I was like, I can't I can't find like I'm not scrubbing through 25 minutes of something and he was just kind of going on to like, oh, everybody should have this and I was like, okay. But yeah, I'm like watching videos that like I'm seeing people with 25-minute videos or more and there's like views. I'm like, "What? Who watches that?" But now I know. I know who watches it now. Yeah, but isn't TikTok short? He's like TikTok brain. But isn't TikTok videos short? What's the max on a TikTok video? I thought TikToks were short. I didn't know TikToks can go. I don't have that because it's a Chinese spyware app. So I don't have it. But yeah, I didn't know that people watched long TikToks. I thought it was like give me my stuff and I'm out, you know? And like with the podcasts, I get it. That, you're listening, you're not watching it. It's just on in the background is like, is it on in the background? But that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. 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 Yeah, and I don't want to, like I said, I want to have the conversation with Chris, and nobody wants to log on, and I don't want to talk to myself with this right now because it's too. It was too much fun, and then he shot. I didn't. I did the camera, and I did the math. Yeah, exactly. Nobody has an attention. And he says TikTok videos are 3 minutes. That's what I thought. And I'm like, I try to nail 5 minutes. Like for me, 5 minutes is my happy spot. But I guess I'm gonna let the camera go a little bit. Although I am thinking of doing like the live, like when we were out there. I almost thought of it, but I didn't bring the laptop to just go live on the hide and let it play all day with us just doing our thing. And I suppose I can do that. And I thought of it. It's like every time because I have the Starlink with me, the Starlink has, crazy, great system. Even the mini's 200 megabytes. I only need 16 to do this. And so, the Starlink's out there. I'm firing it up. I have the built-in battery for it, the Ravion, and I just drop it on the ground and I turn it on and can I just say, Elon, I think I'm live on X. Elon, why every single time, yesterday, today, it doesn't matter. Every day. Why? And this is part of my bitch. Every time I turn my Starlink on, software update. Every single time. And that's why I had to update to this, and I don't know if maybe Chris needed an update with his Ecamm because there was an update, but I the like I said, I can't hear his echo. His echo's not coming through my system. So maybe we'll just have to do an unlisted live and then listen to it ourselves and see if he's echoing and fix his computer. I don't know what he did um to break it, but yeah, if you guys are hearing echo for crazy. All right, I'm probably only gonna do a 45-minute because I don't wanna I don't know. I'm spaced. I don't wanna get into anything. I'm repeating myself 1,000 times. So I'm probably gonna jump off and apologize to you guys that the live didn't work out like we wanted, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I was recording the podcast, but that's out the window. It's all shot. It's like 15 minutes of and and it's like so yeah. Yeah, I mean, but that's the question is what is good content for this? Because I'm thinking my 5 minutes are good. And if I look at my who's watching and they're starting to fall off hardcore at 3, is my content that good? You know what I mean? And so that becomes the question. Oh, I'm totally like tomorrow I get to sleep in. I'm sleeping in tomorrow. I'm turning all my shit off. And I get up early anyway, but I can go back to sleep unless I know I'm gonna get up. So if I wake up at 4:35, but I know I'm gonna be up at 7 to do something, I stay up. But if I'm wake up at 4:35 and I know I don't have to, I can go back to sleep. And so what happens, I was up at 5 this morning and just stayed up. And then yesterday was a nightmare. And like I said, I'm just in, but all right, guys, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. We do have things to report. We shot 3 videos. I'm going to be editing everything. It'll be up on the hide. You'll start to see them trickle up on the hide tomorrow. But what we did is we did the 25 Creedmoor from nothing, and we showed you how we did it using gravity ballistics with no chronograph, no data, no nothing. We just put in drop and we water lined all the way out. And now I have data until the gun speeds up or changes. And then we'll do it again one more time and then have that as a final and put that into software. So translating gravity ballistics into your Kestrel is super easy, or your Garmin. And yeah, and that's what we'll be doing. So we're ready to go. Apologies for the technical like I said, I don't know. We're running around like idiots. And so 2 days we've been trying to go to the range, and today we stayed all day, and I came in and immediately I have a stuff on the grill. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate you and see you soon.